Even though Spain invaded Portugal on several occasions, Portugal has never been fully conquered by Spain. This may seem puzzling, considering Spain's aggressive colonization efforts and superior military power during its peak. Portugal was technically under Spanish rule for a 60-year period, but conquered? Never. In the 1500s, Spain expanded its territories rapidly, acquiring Mexico, the Caribbean, the Philippines, and South America, becoming immensely wealthy. Meanwhile, a smaller, less populated Portugal lay unconquered, right on Spain's doorstep. To understand why, it's important to first look at how each country took shape. The Iberian Peninsula, today's Spain and Portugal, has seen its fair share of rulers over the years. The Romans claimed Iberia around 218 BC, holding it for 6 centuries until the Visigoths seized control in 418 AD. The Visigoths ruled for 3 centuries before falling to the Umayyad Caliphate in the 8th century. The Umayyads brought Moors from North Africa, imposing Muslim rule, which faced fierce resistance from the Iberians. This resistance led to the Reconquista, the reconquest of Iberia. In the late 9th century, King Alfonso of Asturias sent Vimar Perez to expel the Moors from the northwest. Perez succeeded, reclaiming the region around the Mijo and Douro rivers, including Portugal, which gave Portugal its name. Portugal officially became a country in 1143, with Guimarães regarded as the country's cradle city. In 910, the Kingdom of Asturias split and reunited as the Kingdom of Leon, with Portugal as a county. By the end of the 10th century, Portugal grew in power, attracting settlers and expanding cities. In the early 12th century, Henry of Burgundy and Teresa of Leon ruled Portugal. After Henry's death, Teresa's remarriage to a Galician nobleman caused suspicion. The Portuguese backed Afonso Henriques, Teresa's son, who seized control after defeating his mother's army in 1128. Afonso continued the Reconquista, winning a significant victory at the Battle of Urique in 1139 against the Muslim army of Córdoba. He was declared King of Portugal, marking Portugal as an independent state, recognized by the King of Leon in 1143 with the Zamora Treaty and by the Catholic Church in 1179. Portugal's Reconquista culminated in 1249 with the conquest of Algarve. By 1255, Lisbon was the capital, and in 1297, the Treaty of Alcanisses formalized Portugal's border with Leon, which remains largely unchanged today. As Spain fought its Reconquista, Portugal advanced in naval power. In 1325, Afonso IV commissioned ships for exploration and potential war. The Canary Islands were discovered in 1341, but Castile disputed the claim. The Black Death slowed exploration, but by the late 1300s, European powers vied for dominance. In 1373, England and Portugal formed an alliance against France and Castile, which remains the world's oldest existing formal treaty. In the 15th century, Portugal led naval exploration. Henry the Navigator backed expeditions, leading to the conquest of Ceuta in 1415 and the colonization of Madeira in 1420, the Azores in 1439, and Cape Verde in 1456. Spain, preoccupied with the Reconquista, envied Portugal's achievements. After defeating the Emirate of Granada in 1492, Spain joined the race for new territories. Columbus's 1492 voyage to the Americas intensified the competition. To avoid conflict, the 1494 Treaty of Tordesillas divided the world between Spain and Portugal, giving Spain the Americas and Portugal Africa and Asia. Portugal capitalized on this, establishing colonies and trading settlements along the African west coast. In 1498, Vasco da Gama's voyage to India opened new trade routes. In 1500, Pedro Álvares Cabral claimed Brazil for Portugal. By 1511, the Portuguese controlled key territories in India, China, and Malaysia, while Spain colonized most of South America, Mexico, the Caribbean, and the Philippines. By the mid-16th century, Spain was wealthy from its colonies, yet it never prioritized invading Portugal. Mutual respect, treaties defining borders, and the Pope's decree for peace between Catholic countries played a role. Additionally, Portugal's alliance with England deterred Spanish aggression. Instead, Spain and Portugal collaborated to dominate global trade and exploration. The Iberian Union, 1580 to 1640, united the two under one crown, benefiting both but ending with Portugal's regained independence. Since then, Spain has focused on other conquests, maintaining a peaceful relationship with Portugal. Today, Portugal remains proud of its sovereignty and cultural identity, while sharing a strong bond with Spain. Their unique relationship, marked by diplomacy and mutual respect, has allowed both nations to coexist peacefully, exemplifying the power of cooperation over conquest.